I'm Richard Randall, and welcome back to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Now, Barb, many times you've told us that most buyers start their research online, and many will meet a real estate agent from that search. What are the current issues that home buyers face in today's market?
Well, believe it or not, Richard, there are still some bidding wars going on, and technology has made many of the listings publicly available online. In fact, the way the MLS is structured right now is designed that agents are not allowed to advertise any home unless they put it in the listing service, which is kind of weird. And, so what happens is the buyers have just sort of gotten this feeling of they're the ones finding the home. Their agent didn't even ask them what they're looking for. And they'll just go, hey, agent, open the door for me because that's the one I want. I found it. They say it all the time. I found the house. Well, the way the systems are, Zillow, Realtor, all those tech companies that kind of piggyback off the listing services. There's something like 14 to 1,500 different listing services across the country. And of course, they're all different software and they don't talk to each other, right? So what they do is they all merge and they go up into Realtor.com, which got sold to a tech company. It's not owned by the Association of Realtors anymore. And Realtor.com displays all those listings as one website. And then the tech companies and the competitors and all these other websites grab all the listings. So all of my competitors can show my listings if it's there, as if it's theirs. Zillow can show all the listings, Realtor.com, Redfin, which is a competitor. They all do the same thing. They grab the stuff that gets put into the agents that list homes like me and take it and share it with everyone else, right? So that we access all the buyers, right? So the buyers now are in the driver's seat more than ever before. It used to be years ago when I first started in the business and the internet was not that prevalent in the real estate industry. If you wanted to buy a house, you had to get with the real estate agent. They'd pull out this thing that looked like a white phone book, and they would control which homes the buyer would look at. That's all gone now because everything's online. But what we're finding more and more today is that the listings that are sitting there on the market, they're kind of picked over, they're kind of rejected, and the buyers have to hustle still to get to the properties that they really want. According to the National Association of Realtors, right, the buyers basically have wondered, what do real estate agents do anyway? Because the buyers can go online and they can get market information, they can get financing information, they can guide the buy, they can look online and find guidance of the home buying process. They can figure out values based on all these automation products that are out there. They can look up taxes. They can look up what their closing costs are. They can even get into homes sometimes and they could do their own negotiations. So what is the point of a real estate agent? And that's a good question. It was actually written by a young blogger. His name is Mr. Farrington. It was kind of funny. And he said, and I would think, okay, well, maybe my agent does something like negotiate, but in his report, he said, no, actually, they're just messengers. They don't know how to negotiate at all. So it's interesting world right now. And I think that buyers are becoming pretty savvy, even though they don't do this every day. I've had them ask me, hey, I don't really understand how this works. I find this home on Zillow. I asked to see it. And this random agent shows up that knows absolutely nothing about this house. And she wants to earn a commission off of my sale. And so I don't blame them for being confused and frustrated that they feel like their agents aren't really doing anything except opening a door, filling out a form that they could get at the state website. And they're collecting thousands and thousands of dollars, many times $20,000, $30,000 just for being a door opener. I'm having a hard time getting the agents to show up for their own inspections. Richard, I recently had 2 in a row where they let the inspector go in the house unescorted and didn't even tell me that they were doing an inspection. Wouldn't you hate that if you were the homeowner?
I would be livid if I were the homeowner, especially if I had either animals or children or valuables. I mean, that's just simply unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. They do it all the time. I actually had some quote licensed agent get in my face because she was showing up to pick up the radon cans. And this was after they did the inspection without telling me. Okay. So we went and took the lockbox off. we denied access. So she decided to come back on her own and get her radon cans. And she goes, well, I'm here to get the radon can. I'm like, I don't know who you are. I'm not going to let you in my client's house. She goes, well, I'm licensed, as if it was an entitlement. I'm like, I don't care. I said, you didn't schedule the inspection. So we took the box off. If you want access, you're going to have to schedule it with my admin person, and you're going to have to come check out the key and show me your license and your insurance, because we're not letting unlicensed, uninsured people come into my listings without notice and without permission. They're doing it more and more. So imagine you hire this real estate agent to sell you a home, right? They're going to make anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000. And they may show the house, maybe not. Maybe you went and looked at it at an open house. Okay, then they write you a 10-minute contract and they can't be bothered to show up for a 2-hour inspection, and they're going to make on average 20 grand. It's just unbelievably frustrating for me.
It is absolutely unbelievable. And that's not ethical either. There's a fiduciary relationship. You have to look out for your client. You do that for your clients, but not everybody does it in this business.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the buyers get caught up in the crossfire, right? They just want to buy the home. They want to make sure the home that they're buying is in decent shape. I understand that, but there are protocols in place. It doesn't mean that if a house is on the market, the buyer can just show up with their inspector and start doing things like ripping toilets off to check the sewer line and stuff like that. So we have to put all kinds of controls in place, because we never know what's going to happen on an inspection. And it's unfortunate, but the industry is woefully weak on training agents, the basics, to just provide great 5-star service to their clients to make them want to come back and use them again and again. So my name's Barb Schlinker. I'm with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty Colorado. You are listening to Your Real Estate Voice. It is just an information show about buying and selling homes. And so what we're talking about right now is some of the problems that buyers are having getting homes. It seems like the homes that are left on the market that are not selling are kind of picked over. They're undesirable. It seems like all the best homes go too fast. They have very little time to get access to it. And then when they do somehow connect up with an agent, they don't know anything about the house. They don't find anything out about the house. And they just don't care to provide great service for their clients. So this is why we're talking about it. Now, what do we have as a solution for our buyers? We actually have something called a VIP home finder service. We are not like other real estate agents that give buyers access to homes that they already have access to. And that's why I completely understand this report that Mr. Farrington wrote that really felt like, hey, I'm paying this agent all this money and it doesn't seem like they're doing anything. So what we do basically is we actually go out and find out what our buyers are looking for. We help them get the best financing. And then we actually go and find them the best home. We give them insider access to homes that they cannot find online. And many times these buyers are not stuck competing against other buyers because of that insider access. And they don't have to worry about, not being able to find the perfect home. So that's part of the service that we provide. And if you're interested in that, give us a call at 719-301-3900, or you can go to barbhasthebuyers.com. And if you're worried about having to sell a home first, we actually have solutions for those buyers, because we actually have a group of 62 high net worth cash buyers. And we take your home, we put it in what we call our buyer bid box. So those cash buyers compete with each other to give you the best cash offer on your home. That way, you know your home is sold and you can move forward with your next home, and you can walk into it with confidence, and you don't have to worry about kind of negotiating with one arm behind your back, and you're able to actually purchase the best home in your price range without worrying about your offer being rejected. So if you are thinking of making a move, we have all kinds of solutions. Give us a call at 719-301-3900. Richard?
You're listening to Barb Schlinker. She is your real estate voice, and this is your Real Estate Voice show. Barb's the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And Barb, you can always be reached at 719-301-3900. Why would you reach out to her? Because of some of her hot new listings. Barb, tell us about them.
Always excited to talk about my hot new listings. I have a really cute home down in Pueblo. Price, we just lowered the price at $184. It's so cute. It's all remodeled. I have a really nice, huge home in Fountain on 312 North Main Street. This home is the perfect multi-generational home, over 2,800 square feet. It's absolutely designed to have the parents on the main level and the teens, or even the in-laws on the lower level. Has lots of space to spread out. And that one's actually going to be open today. Price at $389,900. We have another cute little rancher at 326 Columbine Street in Fountain in the low 400s. We have a fantastic home on 2 acres down by NORAD, just on the south side of Fort Carson at 375 Rock Creek Mesa in the upper 5s. We have a great Pueblo West home in the upper 3s on Escalante Court, a fantastic horse property on 10915 Dodge Circle in the low 7s, an amazing acreage property on 40 acres on Warriors Path. And then there's a couple of great Denver there are a couple of great homes available up in Denver with my colleague, Bill Watson, 9415 East Colorado Avenue, brand new home. Some more new townhomes on 1231 Algonquin. I hope I said that right. A stunning luxury home at 7591 Dickensie. And then sneak peek, we have some great homes coming up next week. So don't miss next week's show. It's going to be spectacular. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice. It's the show that airs every Saturday. And if you're thinking of making a move, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. Remember, you can always see replays of the show on Barb's YouTube channel, Barb Schlinker, or you can listen to the podcast on all of the popular podcast platforms, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, many, many others. Thank you for listening this weekend. And to reach out to Barb again, call 719-301-3900. Thanks for listening. Barb, you and the listeners have a great week.
Thank you. You as well.